After inheriting $10 million, my daughter-in-law pushed me down the stairs, hoping I wouldn't survive. My son lied to the police, saying I fell accidentally. When they returned to finish their plan, who they found sitting beside my bed made them freeze in terror. If you're watching this, subscribe and let me know where you're watching from. I'm Eleanor Davidson, 68 years old, and 2 weeks ago I was supposedly the luckiest woman in America. My late brother Harold had surprised everyone by leaving me his entire fortune when he passed. $10 million, just like that. I should have known that kind of money would bring out the worst in people, especially in my own family. But let me back up to how this nightmare began. It started 3 days after the lawyer's visit, when Jessica, my daughter-in-law, suggested I move in with them temporarily while we figured out the inheritance details. She was all smiles and concerned touches on my arm. "Mom, Eleanor," she said in that sugary voice she uses when she wants something, "it just makes sense. We can take care of you, and you can take care of us." My son Michael nodded eagerly from across their granite kitchen island. "It's perfect, Mom. We'll be one big happy family." The way his eyes gleamed when he said it should have been my first warning. I'd raised Michael to be better than this. His father, Tom, and I had taught him about integrity, about earning what you get. But somewhere along the way, Jessica's influence had twisted him into someone I barely recognized. Someone who saw his mother's inheritance as his personal windfall. The first week went smoothly enough. Jessica cooked my favorite meals. Michael called me every morning to check how I slept. They were performing for me, putting on quite the show. I almost felt guilty for the suspicious thoughts creeping into my mind. Almost. Then came the papers. Michael spread them across the dining room table with the confidence of a lawyer, though he'd never finished college. "Mom, we need to talk about estate planning. Jessica's been researching tax implications." I looked at the documents, my reading glasses perched on my nose. Power of attorney forms, healthcare directives, and buried in the middle, transfer agreements that would essentially hand over control of my inheritance to them for management purposes. "This seems awfully complicated," I said, setting down my coffee cup. "Maybe I should have my own lawyer review these." The temperature in the room dropped 10 degrees. Jessica's smile became strained. "Oh, Mom, Eleanor, that would just slow everything down. We're family. You can trust us." Trust. That word tasted bitter in my mouth as I remembered how eagerly they'd welcomed me into their home. How quickly they'd cleared out their guest room, pushing aside years of accumulated junk to make space for their newfound golden goose. "I'll think about it," I said, folding the papers carefully. That night, I heard them arguing in hushed tones